What's poppin', people? It's Dante. This morning we will be answering the very fundamental question, why street photography? To me, answering the question, why street photography, it's like answering, why do I wake up in the morning? And so this quote by Friedrich Nietzsche resonates with me deeply. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. When I consider the word purpose, pro meaning forward, ponere meaning to place, I place the creation of new photographs as my ultimate driving force in life. With the click of the shutter, I affirm my life. And by moving forward and moving my body, my physical legs through the world, recognizing the different moments that are fleeting and pressing the shutter and making these photographs, I fuel my life with meaning. And so despite the circumstances, despite where I may be in the world and how I feel about things, despite the weather and the external world, internally I find bliss through the creation of photographs. I find joy through the act of creation, and I give my life purpose and meaning through street photography. And photography, it gives me this ultimate excuse. The camera is the passport to the multifaceted complexities of life. It's what gets me out there on the front lines of life. It's what allows me to go out there and to explore and walk endlessly. And what photography does for me is it reminds me that there are infinite possibilities. There are so many experiences to have. There's so many places in the world that you can visit. There's so many moments and people to meet. And there's so many photographs to make. And so this call to adventure is what fuels me. And the ultimate goal and the ultimate aim that I have as a photographer is to increase my curiosity by 1% each day. And what that means is the camera, it's like a compass. It's like the thing that points me here and there, and curiosity is the guide, and it's what leads me onto these adventures. And so I find that through the use of the camera and making pictures of strangers and interacting with humanity closely, both physically and emotionally, I'm able to experience life in all of its complexities and beauty. And I find meaning through the use of a camera. I find meaning through photographing people and getting close to humanity. I find that street photography is my superpower, where I have no fear with a camera in hand. Anything feels possible. I seriously believe this. I find that when I have a camera and I'm on the streets, anything that comes my way, I have no fear. I'm open and eager to explore because I have no preconceived notions of what I will find when I go out there with my camera. And I find that street photography has allowed me to overcome my fears through courage and through being out there and being open and being playful. I'm able to have these experiences that I otherwise would never have because of the superpower of photography and the way that it provides me this fearless ability to interact with humanity on a very deep level in all places of the world, in all circumstances. And so for me, courage becomes the forefront of my practice. As much as I'm observant and photographing with my observational skills and my sharp visual acuity, as much as I can create a composition with layers and have these elements within the frame, I find that my heart is what is on the front lines of life. And the result of my photograph derives from my gut, through my intuition to press the shutter, through being observant and being present in the moment with courage at the forefront, where bullets can be whizzing by as I'm standing behind a concrete wall, photographing a tattered masked man in protest here at the border in Jericho. But everything shuts down. All of the distractions melt away, and I'm super laser focused on that moment through pressing the shutter. And for me, photography generally fuels my everyday life with purpose and meaning because I absolutely love the process. I love exploring and walking and photographing and observing more. I love interacting with people and uplifting humanity through the act of making a photograph. And the process and practice of making pictures is such a joy. I simply love to walk and to see and to observe and to feel the sensual experiences of the street, whether I'm listening to the chaos of cars honking or the chatter of children playing at this particular scene. There's something uplifting about the act of making photographs and embracing the process as the meaningful purpose in my life. For me, the act of making the pictures is what it's all about. The result of the photograph becomes merely a reflection of my lust for life. And so I find meaning in the mundane. I find meaning in these moments that are overlooked, where essentially when I have a camera in hand and when I'm observing life, and it doesn't really matter where I am or what situation I'm in, everything becomes beautiful. Everything I can find meaning in because of the act of making a photograph. Photography is so life affirming. No matter where I may be, no matter how seemingly boring or banal things may seem, I know that with the camera in my hand, I can find meaning in that mundane moment. I can create something from nothing, looking at these ordinary moments of a hand or a gesture and uplifting it to a new height. And so for me, photography is powerful. Photography can become a superpower, and it gives you this ability to champion humanity and to lift it to a new height. And so one of the most powerful thoughts I have about photography is that maybe you can't live forever, but at least you can make a photograph. When I'm photographing and I'm in the moment, the past, the future, these things aren't of my concern, but I'm existing and I'm present and I'm simply being at the moment I press the shutter. And hopefully through the act of creating more and photographing more and experiencing more, these moments, these memories, these photographs that I create can live on forever. And so photography, simply put, fuels my lust for life. When I wake up in the morning, I'm just eager to start the day. I'm eager to catch the sunrise. And when I rest my head before I go to bed, I treat it like a mini death. But I know that when I wake up in the morning and my eyes are wide and I'm ready to go and catch the sunrise, I treat it like a miniature birth. And each and every day I go out there in the spirit of play with my camera in hand, like I'm just a big kid with a camera, eager to see what's out there, endlessly increasing my curiosity by 1% each day, my ultimate aim, my ultimate purpose. And so photography, it brings me joy. Photography, it brings me meaning. It brings me purpose. It's what moves me on there and outward into the world. And so I encourage you to think more about why you photograph and what it means to you, because photography is my answer to the question, why? Photography is my purpose in life. And frankly, I'm dedicating my life to the medium of photography because it provides me so much meaning in my everyday life. And so if you would like to find more videos about street photography from me, please feel free to go to youtube.com/street photography. I also have a website at dantesisifo.com. If you click on the Start Here page, I recently created a video titled How I Mastered Street Photography. We'll go into some of the photo books that have inspired me, and hopefully we can all learn and grow together. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.